What is up, everybody? Skratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Welcome to the channel, everyone. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. In today's video, guys, we're gonna have a look at the Fire Knight. So I have my buddy Saro from the SK clan who actually came up with his own team, brought in Akrisia. He managed to do a very impressive time with the team all around. We're gonna check that out. I'm actually gonna link his channel, his video in the pinned comment, so make sure you guys head over and check it out. Probably the world's best record, so we're gonna check that in just a second. The team is, as usual, Cardial, Valkyrie, and then pretty much go freestyle from there. My main question is this the best from Plarium? Is the best that Plarium can do? Or they're planning to change something? Like, we still haven't heard nothing about this dungeon. Completely overtuned, we all know it. It's not necessarily that it's not a challenge or anything like that. It's just too overtuned, right? So I'm curious to know what's Plarium's plan with it. Are they gonna say that, well, guys, you know, we have the live arena coming, we have the Great Hall, which will give you additional stats, and we intended for you guys to farm stage 10 once you max your Great Hall from live arena? I feel like the order should have been the other way around then. They definitely need to make a statement, because that's the best they can do, right? The best team, Cardial and Valkyrie, and kind of like go freestyle after. I'm gonna showcase you the team, guys. Now, the best time that I've seen SK getting was 2 minutes and a bit. So right here you see it's 2 minutes and 23 seconds. But since then, he actually managed to knock it down to 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Now, this is the team right here, guys, okay? It's very similar with the team that I previously showcased, but instead of running a Foley, a Krutrax, or a double Coldheart, he's running an Akrisia in the team. And yeah, Akrisia melts the boss. 2 minutes and 4 seconds is still not a fast time for a dungeon, right? Is Plarium intending to do this dungeon exclusive to 50 people? Now, the builds that you're going to see on these champions are pretty out of reach for the majority of people. Let me put it like that. In terms of speeds and stuff, it's just a bit too crazy. And that's what I mean. Is Plarium planning to keep this exclusive? 50 people, 100 people farm the dungeon. They make no money out of it, because that's about it. Yeah, they are the whales, but 100 whales, which probably they're not going to be all Krakens, right? Because even those people will be like, I don't want to farm this dungeon 3 minutes a run. Why would I want to do that, you know? They're going to wait and purchase probably the packs for the gear once they drop out, and the majority of people anyway are waiting for 2x Savage, 3x Savage. They're not really bothering to farm the Fire Knight at the moment, and you shouldn't do it either. I would suggest you focus on the Spider, because there you're getting accessories for every single faction, every single champion in the game, so getting upgrades there is much better than wasting your energy at the moment on a Fire Knight, Dragon, or Ice Golem without having a 2x, 3x on speed, Savage, or the right sets that you want to collect from that specific dungeon, you know? And how I mentioned, exclusive to the people in terms of speed. So let me just bring up the team on the screen right here. Let's go all the way up to Fire Knight. I only managed to get 3 minutes and 6 seconds with it. I haven't played it around. But if we're gonna have a quick look at the speeds, I'm gonna show you the builds in just a second. And please check out the video as well. He might have a couple of things differently than I have in here in terms of speeds, in terms of skill orders and the presets, so definitely check that out as well. Of course, this team can be improved if you tune it a bit better in terms of speeds, raise a bit the speeds on a Coldheart, on Akrisia, lower the speeds on Cardial and Valkyrie, but the idea is that you still need champions over 300 speed, and it's just not good enough. It's just crazy, you know. It's very exclusive, and it is a shame, because the majority of people won't really get to farm the end game content, you know. It's literally so exclusive. So this is Cardial, 346 speed. Now Saro has him at 351 if I'm not mistaken. Then you have Valkyrie, 306, 310 speed. Again, reaching 300 speed is not the biggest problem once you're in end game, you know. Reaching 300 plus speed on a reflex set might be a bit of a problem for the majority of people. Then Akrisia, she's actually at a decent speed, 235. So is with the other two champions, Coldheart, 230 speed, and Tomblord, 245. Now, this team can be improved, how I mentioned, if you raise the speeds on these 3 bottom champions over 250, lower the speed on Cardial and Valkyrie. So this is Pavo Stun here again, the mastermind of turn meter. he actually managed to play around a bit with the speeds and tune it better, you know, and like this the team is gonna run smoothly. You can lower the speeds on the fast champion, so that will allow you to build that a bit better, you know. In terms of presets, that's what I have right here. So that's Cardiel on the A1, on the A2, on the A3. You have Valkyrie on the first round, on the second round, A1, A2, A3, basically. I called them the other way around there, but I was talking about the rounds, not the skills. Then you have Acrisia. And, of course, opening with the A1 at the boss, Coldheart. There we go. And she's now using the A2 at the boss. And we tried Stormlord without using his A2 on the boss. That's what I've seen that Zero did, but I prefer personally to have this skill on because poisons are dropping quite a bit of damage. Now the boss will take multiple turns by the time you're gonna get to kill him, and just dropping 300, 400, 500k damage extra from poisons is actually the equivalent of an enemy max HP hit. So that's actually gonna allow you to kill the boss slightly faster. Let's do a run, then I'm gonna show you the builds on the champions. I don't have Cardiel on Relentless on this one, of course. On the previous one, I know I showed you I had Relentless on Cardiel, but here is just not the case. I cannot get the speeds on him like that without breaking my arena champions. And I'm definitely not willing to break my arena champions just to farm a dungeon, you know. 100% not. The whole idea is you're not having extremely high chances to get mythical gear. You are getting better chances to get legendary and epics from here too with 6-star gear, you know. So the main reason why you want to farm this as well is just generally an improvement on the drop rates, not because you're having a 0.5% or a 1% chance to drop a mythical piece of gear at 6-star, you know. You got to take the rest in consideration as well. And yeah, it's definitely not that amazing, you know. I hate the idea of still seeing 5-star rare gear on here. I do hope that on the higher stages, 5-star rare gear completely disappears. I don't want to have the 6-star rare gear to disappear from the drop rates, because a lot of times you might get a nice crit damage glove, a nice attack chest piece or attack boots, and ascend them and get the right roll on them, and then they become better than the epics or the legendaries, you know. But I feel like the main thing that should be dropped on the higher stages moving from here on should be the 5-star gear all around, you know. Keep only the mythical if that's what they want to do. Keep mythical legendary, but the other one should be dropped from the pool, you know. That will kind of like affect a bit the silver gain for the majority of people, because most of you guys are selling the 5-star gear that's bad, you know. And if that won't be on the drop rate anymore, probably you're gonna end up in keeping more pieces, and you'll be getting less silver back, you know. Okay, so there we go. Pretty much the same sort of situation like the previous one. My Valkyrie is still on reflex set. I find it very, very important to be able to land the counter attack before the shield drops from the boss. Not only to have the survivability from the shield, but just to have that counter attack, you know. So this is pretty much kind of like a variation of the other one, just slightly higher speeds on some of the champions. I mean, slightly higher, probably like 70, 80 more speed on Cardiel, if not 100, but very close to it. And of course, bringing in Acrisia instead of the other DPS, which we tried as well at those speeds, but unfortunately was just not working well enough, you know. Just for the simple fact that we weren't knocking the shield down all the time, and Acrisia was not getting to do her damage, and that costed us with the boss, because slowly the boss was just destroying all our HP, and he was getting us killed. Now I still have Brimstone on Cardiel here. I forgot to change it to something else, maybe a different blessing. I don't think getting the one that restores the destroyed HP is gonna be worth it, just for the simple fact that we are wrecking the boss fairly easy once we're in the tune with it, you know. And I feel like he's not gonna get to kill our champions, so I think that would be pretty irrelevant in here. I would probably prefer to either try a Phantom Touch on him as well. It's not gonna be extremely helpful because is a single hit, but it's still gonna do a bit of work, you know. The thing is with if you're getting Brimstone, the boss has only one active skill, which will be used at the very beginning before you even have a chance to land that that Brimstone, and then it's gonna take 5 more turns for it to use it again. Most of the times, if the run is going pretty well, you're gonna be able to kill the boss before that happens. You see, we got 3 minutes and 46 seconds. I haven't managed to get that crazy time. I haven't even checked my frames on the game actually to see if the game is on unlimited frames or 60. But as an idea, the reason why I wanted to make this video, I know these themes are out of reach for the majority of people. My question to Plarium is, do they want to keep this thing exclusive? I'm gonna repeat this thing again because I've said it like 3 times in the video already, but do they want to keep it exclusive for 50 people or 100 people, or they want to have thousands of people farming this dungeon? You know, like, they need to make a bit of a statement about the team. So let's have a quick look at the builds, guys, for whoever is curious, for whoever has the possibility to build it. This is my Tomb Lord. I don't think you need him on shield anyway for the boss, because you're gonna have the shield from Valkyrie. This shield is gonna expire pretty quick. You're not gonna get damaged as much, and I think he could work on a different build instead of the shield. Maybe give him a bit of a damage build, but either way, he's not really gonna hit that hard. Tomb Lord doesn't do a lot of damage. You know, in terms of masteries, Giant Slayer as tier 6. We have support on the other 3 there. Valkyrie, Reflex, Perception, total stats, 53k HP, 2.1k attack, 6.2k defense, 306 speed. The rest of the stats are pretty meh. I can get the crit rate up as well and keep the speed on the champion, unfortunately, with the reflex set. Cardial is the hardest one to build because you need a lot of speed, man, and I really didn't want it to break any of my arena champions to get it done. And the thing is, I do have pretty good rolls on my gear, you know, like I have a triple roll weapon, I have a double on the helmet, I have a triple on the shield, I have a single on the gloves. That's the issue. I feel like if it would be at least a double. I have a triple on the chest piece. I have sanded boots with speed, you know, I have a triple roll on the banner, and it still feels pretty hard to get to 350 speed with him, you know. Masteries, yeah, I don't have Lord of Steel, which will definitely help quite a bit. If I would change a bit the masteries, that will gain me like 6 plus speed, 8 speed. I can't even remember how much it gives you from Lord of Steel, but that would make a difference. Now from Acrisia, she's still on Relentless. The only thing that I changed was drop the speed boots, drop the banner, just to bring her down to the speed that she's required to be at for the team here. And Cold Heart, I had to rebuild her a bit. She's not as tanky as she was before. She's not on stun set for this team, and it seems to work pretty well on the waves. It doesn't seem to have any issues, and that's mainly because of Acrisia's A3, the extra turn, and that helps quite a bit on, especially on the second wave where Raiho is in it. You know, if you don't have Acrisia, that's again a different type of story. Like, you're gonna have to rewatch the other video to kind of like see what sort of stats you need on your champions, and how I mentioned, out of reach. Total stats on this one, 42k HP, 2.8k defense. You do need to have that Defiance set if you want her to stay safe at the boss, to don't get hammered. 230 speed, 225 will work fine. I don't have a lot of crit damage, and the main reason is mine, she is at 6-star awakened, so I'm already getting the 30% damage from there. I think it's 30 or 50, I can't even remember, against the bosses, because I'm using an awakening, and that caps the damage on the boss anyway, you know. 322 accuracy. I do have full crit rate, so I prefer to get that over it. Now, my next thing here will be, because I'm going to rebuild this team a bit differently, I'm going to have to increase the speeds on Cold Heart, on a Tomb Lord, on Acrisia. I'm going to make Cold Heart the slowest in the team, not the slowest in the team, the second slowest in the team. Acrisia will be the slowest in the team, because I want to ensure that Cold Heart will get to use her hits before Acrisia comes in play, so the enemy max HP hits, they actually don't go in the shield, they go on the boss. That should allow it to rotate a bit faster, to kill the boss faster, you know. And I'm gonna have to increase a bit the speeds. I can lower them on the other ones, but that's gonna be for another video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. You think this dungeon should be as exclusive as it is at the moment? What's going through your mind at the moment? But big shout out to Sero again, guys. Make sure you head over and check out his channel. That was all for this video. Much love. Appreciate all of you guys watching, and I'll catch you all soon in the next one. Peace.